We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From his end zone, Wilson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Throwing is Dolgala. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 more on that one and another first down. They'll run on first down. McCrary. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Dolgala. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. Now Dolgala. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 22, Wentz. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 78 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run the counter. McCrary. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthinking. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On your team.
They'll try the left side. McCrary. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Wynn's going to try and throw on third. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They go play action here on first down. That throw complete to his tight end Long. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Hunter Long, the Dolphins' third-round pick out of Boston College, was selected to pair with Mike Gesicki to give defenses matchup problems when they try and cover both of these tight ends. On that play, Long gets open and picks up a first down.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll set up to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. And they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On second down now, McCrary, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
56, the mic, boy. 56. Check 56. Here we go, here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 34. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. If you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. And down he goes. as they bring down Wentz on the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
He's going up top for Taylor. He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 87 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll set up a throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Dolphins' new punter for 2021, Michael Pilardi, on to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Wentz now on 1st down. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First and 10, Taylor now. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, another run with Taylor. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 9 yards that time. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. Touchdown Colts. Michael Pittman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Throwing on first is Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Wentz now on first down. This goes out right to Doyle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before half for Wentz. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second and 8. Throwing his Wentz. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Taylor's got the first down and more. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 14-yard line. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On second down, McCrary, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Sanders on for the extra point. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35. Separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Pittman with a great grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
On 1st down, it's Taylor, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 83 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Play action. Now Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. 79. Track him, 60.
On play action, they'll throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw, it's Wentz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman. And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, you talk about catching a defense off guard. They were not expecting jet sweep at all there.
Well, he was 10 yards downfield before the defense even knew what hit him. So a really good play call against a defense that was set up for them to gain big yardage. And how about how they executed the handoff there? That means they spent some time with the wide receivers taking handoffs from the quarterbacks.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Wentz. And he's got it. Touchdown. Mo Alley Cox. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. Throwing is Dolgala. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this 2nd half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the 2nd half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But it's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
107 yards on the ground for him so far. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Now after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Now Wentz. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Wins to throw. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. A touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now Dogala. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Corey Willis. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Cassidy, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here. And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on